You know that feeling, right? When you walk away from a conversation and you just feel off, kind of confused, maybe drained, and you feel like you've lost, but you can't even explain why? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on that whole hidden game of conversational manipulation. We're opening up the playbook and we're going to learn the rules.
So it all kicks off with something most of us get wrong. We think manipulators are looking for someone weak, but that's not it at all. It's got nothing to do with how strong or weak you think you are.
No, they're on the hunt for just one thing, a single trait. It's something that's deeply, deeply human, something pretty much all of us have. And here's the kicker. It's a vulnerability most of us don't even see in ourselves. And what is it? It's your need to be understood. That's it. That simple, powerful desire to have someone just get you, to validate your feelings, your logic. That's the key. That's the key they use to unlock the whole thing and take control.
Okay, so this is really the heart of it all. Your need to be understood, it's not a flaw. It's just part of being human. But, and this is a big but, in the hands of a manipulator, it becomes their number one target. The moment they hook into that need, their whole strategy just unfolds. All right, so let's break down their first move. We'll call it the explainer's trap. It's super subtle. It preys on that natural instinct you have to explain yourself. And it's designed to get you justifying your own feelings, your own position. And it starts with questions that sound totally innocent. Things like, why do you feel that way? Or, can you just explain what you mean? They sound like someone's really trying to get on your level, right? But they're not. It's a lure. It's bait. Pure and simple, to get you talking, to get you defending your own reality. And this is where you can see the whole downward spiral in action. First, you explain. Then, you find yourself justifying why you explained, and before you even know what's happening, you're on the defense. Your position just gets weaker and weaker with every single word you say. And here's the thing you gotta remember. Power never explains itself. Real power, real conviction, it doesn't need to justify why it exists. By getting you tangled up in that endless loop of explaining, the manipulator has already tipped the scales. The power is now theirs. Okay, so once they have you explaining, they can really turn up the heat. Their next move? We'll call it the emotional frame flip. This is a nasty one. It's all about them controlling the emotional vibe of the conversation to make you look like you're the problem. Yeah, look at this comparison. It's so clear. As you get more frustrated, maybe your voice gets a little louder, you're showing emotion. What do? The exact opposite. They get quieter. They stay relaxed. And just like that, boom, the frame flips. Suddenly you look like the unstable one, and they look like the calm, reasonable adult in the room. And that is absolutely devastating. Because at that point, it doesn't even matter if you're right. The facts go right out the window. Once you're painted as the emotional one, you've lost the narrative. You've lost all your leverage. So now that they've framed you as the unstable one, they can start going after your boundaries. And this next move, it's really insidious. They take something completely healthy, you setting a boundary, and they twist it to make it seem like you're the one attacking them. They turn your clarity into conflict. So think about it. You state a clear, simple limit. Hey, I'm not okay with that. And what do? They don't respect it. They come back with, why is this such a big deal? Or, why are you acting like this? See, those aren't real questions. They're challenges. They're designed to make you doubt yourself, to make you question if you even have the right to set that boundary in the first place. And that right there is the end game. They want to make your own strength, your clarity, feel like aggression. Because the second you start feeling like you're being a jerk just for stating a need, what do? You soften up, you backtrack, you compromise. And that's control. That's what it looks like. All right, now for one of their biggest power moves, the silence game. When challenging you head-on doesn't work, they switch tactics. They just withdraw. And they let you do all the work. So after an argument or any time they're not getting their way, they just pull back. They go silent. They disappear emotionally. They create this vacuum. And make no mistake, it's not an accident. It's a calculated, deliberate move. And what do? Well, you chase. Because our brains, they hate that kind of uncertainty. We need closure. So predictably, you start chasing it. You send the text, you make the call, you try to explain just one more time. And right there, in that moment of chasing, you've handed them all the power on a silver platter. Okay, we've taken a hard look at the manipulator's playbook.
We've seen all the moves. So now let's talk about the counter moves. Let's talk about your playbook. This is about finding your own power, a power that makes you untouchable. It's about how you win this game. And here's the dark truth of it all. This kind of manipulation, it's not about force. It's not about shouting matches. It's a quiet, strategic game for one thing: control over the conversation itself. So let's just lay out the real rules of conversational power. And you'll notice they're kind of upside down. The person who talks more, who's desperate to explain themselves, they lose power. The person who explains, they're giving away leverage. And the most important one, the person who stays calm, they are the one who gets to define reality. So here it is, the ultimate key to all of this. The entire game, every single move, it all hinges on that one thing we talked about at the start: your need to be understood. If you can learn to control that need for their validation, their whole playbook just falls apart. It becomes useless. You've taken the hook out of your mouth and their line just goes slack.
So what's your final playbook? It's simple. 3 things. 1, stay aware. You got to see the game for what it is. 2, stay sovereign. That just means you are the only boss of your own feelings and your own boundaries. Period. No one else gets a vote. And when you really get those 2 things down, you become the third thing, untouchable. The game is over before it even starts.